SHE, everyone. This is the Goddess Innocence, High Priestess, CEO of SHE WITCHY Wellnez, a spiritually rebellious sanctuary for women of the African diaspora who are reclaiming their power, rewriting their histories, and healing through tarot, tantra, taboo. So, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel. We believe in slow growth over here, but know that you are welcome, welcome, welcome in this space, and we'll have nothing but love for you. All right, so let's dive back into the spaciousness of the season, and I'm gonna pull from a really special deck that I have here, and I will put the names of the actual decks themselves into our presentation, so you'll be able to see that. All right, but as we get ready to do this, let's see where Spirit wants to take us, and break out my trusty spirit room here. Okay, so let's see what energy is leading this space at this time, this container. I hope that you all are doing well. Been on a short hiatus and gearing up for a really special mini-series over here on the channel, and you guys are going to get to come along on that journey, so I hope you're ready. Alright, so let's see. Message Spirit has for the collective at this time. What energy do you recognize? Is that you? We have amethyst. This is crown chakra energy. I'm not using my amethyst pointer at this time, but we are just going to show you. All right, so amethyst. This has to do with master healing. Amethyst is considered to be one of the master quartz crystals. There is clear quartz, and there's different varieties on that, but quartz in the white family, amethyst, so quartz in the violet family, and smoky quartz is another, in addition to citrine, of the master healing crystals when it comes down to this. Physical qualities. Now this is dealing with the brow or crown chakra energy. Okay. And I'm bringing this up without getting into all of this. I'll have this information listed for you guys. I don't want to read it verbatim, but I just wanted you to know what the ruling energy is at this time. So what this is telling me is that this is where the collective is, right? Is that we are heavily into brow chakra, aka crown chakra energy here. So that being said, that's letting me know that for whoever this is for, and please remember that our readings are for confirmation. It is nothing new to you. It should not be anything new to you. It's something that you feel deep in your spirit and your soul. It resonates. It hits home. It's a yes. It is that, oh my gosh, how did you know? That's definitely true. I really feel like that's true. Or I've been thinking about that. That's definitely been on my mind. It is that. And if it's not a yes for you, then it's not your message. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay? It's like a buffet around here. That's what it is. It's a spiritual buffet. So if it doesn't resonate, then leave it on the plate. All right. So we are going to start this with a breath cycle called snake hissing breath before we get into this reading, because since we are deep into brow chakra energy, crown chakra energy right now, and I'm getting the sense that something's been like really weighing heavily on someone, and it's between your womb space, your heart space, and your head space, because they're really all connected, you know. But so this has really been weighing on you. So we're going to do a breath called the snake hissing breath. And the purpose of this breath is to help us really to get in alignment with that energy. Sorry, I couldn't resist the prop, you guys. So, as this is what we're dealing with, I'm going to put our little totem for Ernatet off to the side. So this is our Kundalini energy, our snake energy. And that's what we're going to be doing. All right, so when you're ready, find a comfortable seat and take a few deep conscious breaths to begin. And any way that you choose. Lengthen through your spine and soften your shoulders away from your ears. Clench the teeth together and bring the tongue to touch the upper palate of the mouth. Pull the lips apart so that the teeth are exposed. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, drawing the breath in through the teeth, producing a slight hissing sound. It sounds a little something like this. You want to pause briefly at the top of the inhalation, relaxing the lips, tongue, and teeth. Now do it with me. And we will be exhaling slowly through the nose for a count of 6. All right, so here we go. You pause briefly at the bottom of the exhalation to prepare for the next cycle of breath. Now we're going to repeat that for about 4 rounds. Actually, let's make it 6. I feel like somebody's got something heavily on their mind. So let's make it a count of 4, 6, 8. Yeah, let's make it an 8 count. And then we're going to sit for a few moments afterwards to just kind of observe the energy and where we're at before we go into this collective reading. Okay? So we advise this practice during the more warmer parts of the day to cool in that heat that tends to build inside of your body. And if you're someone that deals with menopause, you might appreciate that. Okay. So we're finished with this breath cycle. All right, so let's get started. Here we go. And 1. 2. 3. keep going. Gonna do a count of 8. Last one. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so now let's tap into this reading, and I have our tarot deck. I have this paired with the aquamarine crystal, by the way, just for amplification. And it's sitting on a copper plate, in case you're wondering. All right, so let's tap into this. Just want to get that one prepped. And we are going to be pairing that with Oracle, our first Oracle. And so the way I want to approach this time is we are going to use our Oracle to inform and to see what the energy is at this time, since we just completed our breathwork experience. And give yourself a warm hug for that. That was awesome. You did it. And if you choose, you can focus your attention on this crystal, this image, this representation of this crystal, this amethyst. Okay. So we're going to see. Alrighty, all right. Is that... Huh. Okay. So, our response is future love letter. So that's what this reading is in deference to, is a future love letter to yourself. And this love letter should be crafted with intention, so don't do this in a hurry. And we are going to pull some cards to see what sort of things your higher self, your most godlike self, your goddess self, your inner child wants to hear in this love letter. Yeah. So this is Chariot energy. This is about not where you think you are or where you've been, although they do have to do with where you are now, right? Across all time and space. Across all time and space, dimensions and timelines, right? There are alternate realities of you and who you are. And you are you are special. You are this star child, this star seed, this star being. You are this beautiful being whom, and let me dial this back a second. If no one has told you how amazing you are today and how much they love you, then let us be the first to say we love you. And you are amazing. You've always been amazing. You will always be amazing no matter what you do. You may get knocked down at times, but you get right back up and right back in that chariot. And you are comfortable with all sides of yourself because you work at it and you're still working at it. And Spirit is saying, way to go. We see you. We are so proud of you. And we want to hear this in a love letter to ourselves, right? This is to your future self. So again, this is your story. You write it however you feel like it needs to be written, right? Like this is your story. More there? Okay. Yeah, but also this is most definitely a look at what you've been through. Look at what you've overcome, right? Look at what you've passed through. Follow your flow. Keep your eye on where you're going. And temper. Spirit is saying, as in balance, unity, all the things that you are, all those weird, wild, wonderful things that you are, all of those different personalities that you are, all the different energies that you are, all the experiences that you hold, and all that you've yet to discover about who you are, that's what your higher self wants to hear about. That's what Spirit wants to hear about. That's what the Goddess wants in this love letter. Eight of Swords. Right, so what that is telling us is that you've got to close your eyes and remember who you are. Because this isn't about external validation. It's not about getting your flowers from others. It's not about who you were, who you used to be, who you're trying to be, who you're not trying to be, who others think you should be or should not be. It's not about judgment. It's not about shame. It's not about any perceived lack, barriers, or limitations. Right? Because I've told you. Let's remind you, you are a star, child. You're a star. Oh, love it. Okay. Let's move next into some cards for journal prompting. And I just want you to sit with this for a moment, right? And really see yourself in these cards and feel which one feels like it's resonating the most for you right now. Out of all of these cards, where are you feeling the love in your body? If you could check in right now. Where do you feel nothing but pure love for yourself in your body? What is driving you? Like, what is your why? What is your motivation? Where's this drive, this fire taking you? You don't need to know that right now. That's a question that your past self got bogged down in, got lost in the fog with, was about needing to know the big picture. You don't always have to know the big picture. You just have to know where you are right now. And temper that with where you see yourself. Not where you don't see yourself. Because I promise you it's the same thing. Energy goes where attention flows. Energy goes where attention flows. And what that means is, whether it's something that you focus on and say, I don't want, or I do want, the universe doesn't know the difference. It's the same thing. All it knows is what you keep giving your attention to. Right? So, let's see what questions. Give you some prompts for your letter to your future self. Flower. And it literally jumped out of my hands. I swear. Flower. It absolutely jumped out of our hands. This is saying that you may not always have felt comfortable speaking up about yourself, speaking for yourself. You have been made to feel like there's actually something wrong with you for speaking to yourself at times, even when you're alone. I promise you, all the best people do. But there is a time to be silent, right? Before you can be honest with yourself. This card is also saying, are you speaking your truth, right? Are you speaking something that you feel like you would say? When you write this letter, this future love letter, right, to self, give yourself your flowers and be honest. Whether it's a fear, it doesn't matter. Whether it's something that is genuine or real, but I caution you, we remind you that words have power. Words are power. So whatever it is that you speak becomes truth. It becomes law. It has to happen. In some space, in some time, across somewhere, it has to happen because you spoke life to it or you spoke death over it, which is the same thing. It's a flower. Give yourself your flowers. And yeah, okay. So let's finish this off. Want to make sure that I'm being obedient to the message that wants to come through. All right. Because sometimes it's take more. Sometimes it's nope, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. What else about this love letter? Scrying mirror. Gaze into the unknown and let your intuition guide you. So this message, and that's just confirmation. I'll show you this again. You see our mirror here, right? As you're sitting there and crafting this love letter, the mirror is symbolizing reflection and hidden truths. Hidden truths flowing back to the flower. And that's the saying, again, go deep. Be honest. Because how we speak about ourselves is a reflection of how we see ourselves. Right? So, getting the very strong sense that this is about you crafting a ritual for yourself based off of this future love letter, this I love you letter to your future self. And this ritual should be about this love letter, right? So, okay, we have a very simple one for you. And the scrying mirror can be oh so tiny, I promise. Let us share with you two mirrors, actually three, that belong to the doll house. And so just to give you an idea, don't tell me you don't have a large mirror, because even if it's a bowl filled with water, it counts. So you can use a piece of copper as a mirror. You can use brass. You can use a dollhouse mirror, such as this. And this side happens to be a painted black obsidian scrying mirror, right? So a scrying mirror does not have to be black, just so you know that. Then we have all the props. Our brass mirror, dollhouse mirror, right? This is mini. So it could be something like this. It could be a compact. We have another doll house mirror, because we are dolls over here. All right. And like, it can be that simple. It really can. So somewhere around, you've got a mirror. Okay. Or something very mirror-like. Okay. So with this ritual, we see this looking like you are going to write what type of ritual you would do in your journal. So give yourself a moment and just kind of take a quick note about that, like what pops into your mind about how you want this ritual to go. You can have flowers, you cannot. You can have essential oils to help to amplify your energy. As we said, you can use a clear bowl of water if you don't have, or a silver bowl, or a metallic bowl filled with water, or even a clay pot, or a mirror, a scrying mirror. Preferably not the mirror that you use to brush your teeth and get dressed in every day, not that mirror. Okay. All right, so now that you have that prompt, then perhaps in your letter you want to talk about how your intuition can guide you, or allowing your intuition to guide you, right? Okay. And what else? Is there anything else? I feel like there's one more message. All right, so black salt. So, as a part of this ritual that you are going to first be writing about in your future love letter, you are going to create a recipe for yourself for black salt. And a mantra for this, right? Like, you're going to create your own little black salt spell. So this is for protecting yourself from harm. You create boundaries with black salt, right? So think of a very simple spell that you can create using black salt, and write that in your love letter to yourself. So for now, you're just going to give yourself a note that that's what you're doing. Should you so choose. Should you so choose. Let's get this clear around here. It is all about autonomy and sovereignty, so I would never tell you to do anything. This is all that you're choosing. All right, so let's close this out, and this so ends today's energy forecast. All right, so we're going to close up with the seashore breath. And you're just going to allow yourself to get comfortable. If you so choose, you can lie down on your back or sit up in a way that's comfortable for you. And begin to relax your body. Take a few conscious breaths to connect. Begin to breathe slowly in and out of your mouth whilst constricting your throat slightly. The breath in should resemble a gasp in slow motion, and the breath out like a slow, steady sigh. Then you're going to close your lips and maintain the audible cycles of breath. So let's try it. Again. Except we're going to keep our lips closed this time and maintain the audible cycles of the breath. You ready? Let's do 4 more cycles of that. Again. Last one. Now, the next time you repeat this, you might want to try placing the palms of your hands over your ears so that you can hear the audible breath better and deepen into this practice. I needed you to keep your ears open this time so that you could hear me. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's tarot forecast from the Goddess Innocence. And as we said, all this information will be posted. You will see it, and I'll more than likely put the copy that you can access as a downloadable link in the description box, or you'll also be able to access it via the QR code that will be here. But if you have trouble accessing the QR code, then just go to the description box. In any case, this is our time. If any of you are interested in tarot advisory or a tarot reading, just reach out to me at the Goddess Innocence at SHE WITCHY WELLNEZ. And until next time, going to be bringing you some more stuff, but as I said, not doing a whole lot right now because I'm actually kind of preparing for the special surprise that I have for you guys, and that's going to take a lot of energy. So keeping everything kind of tight and all right over here. I love you all. Until next time, Ashe. Don't forget to hit like. I like it. I like it. I love you.